This is Dr. G Nice and her husband, man. Actually, this year, November, will be our 20th anniversary. Here's another picture. This is us at a friend's wedding. It was a couple years ago. This is us on our honeymoon, actually. We went to California, Malibu. Man, we look like children. Whoa. And this is us at another friend's wedding. This was, let's see, maybe 2014, if I had to guess, like 2014. And this is us when we were dating. A little note my husband had left for me. We were dating. He left this. I was still seeing patients in my clinic, and he left this on my desk telling me, I'm waiting for you outside. I still have the note. And this is us. This was after church one day, just to take some pictures. And this probably, if I had to guess what year this was taken, maybe, 2015, 16, something like that. Right? And then this is us at another friend's wedding, about 2015, 16. Notice the same hairstyle. This is an Ethiopian dress I have. And this is one of our sons in the background there. You could just see half of him. Same wedding this is us. Just, of course, you see the mask. So you know that's 2020 when the vid was happening. And this is us. We went on an anniversary dinner. I can't remember what year this was. We were living in North Carolina then. So if I had to guess, I'm guessing it's pre-pandemic, maybe like 2019. And with that, I am here to tell you to make a plug for getting married. Why not? I see so many things on social media these days that marriage is getting beat up. It is for sure getting knocked down, beat up, battered, and bruised in the comment sections and posts. Everywhere I see, there's a lot of anti-marriage sentiment out there, and I have no idea where it's coming from. You know what? It kills me. And I mentioned before, I've even seen a recent post by Kirk Franklin talking about giving this same anti-marriage sentiment in a different way, in a different perspective. And I really feel I'm going to do a reaction video about it. I may hop on tomorrow. If y'all see that I have a live tomorrow, it's because I really felt compelled to do a reaction about what he said about marriage. He had a different viewpoint of it, but it seemed like it rolled all into the same thing against marriage. And I'm here to tell you all, get married. I know you're young, and I'm not saying get married now. You're that are watching, if you're in high school, if you're in college, it may not be right now, but do not take marriage off the list of things that you want to do in your life. It is a noble thing to aspire to. It is not beneath you as a man, beneath you as a woman, beneath you as a girl or a boy. This is something that you should aspire to. And here are some of the reasons. Number 1, get married because you have a built-in bestie. Listen, I have moved so many places with my husband, and I never really have to worry about having friends because I have somebody there that I can talk to all the time. I understand him, he understands me, and we just vibe. It's just cool. You don't have to really worry about having no whole lot of friends and having people backstabbing you and worrying about who's saying this and who's saying that. You don't got to worry about all that. When you're married, you have a built-in bestie, and winning. Everybody wants friends. Everybody wants to be understood, and to have a friend that understands you. Come on now. That alone is a reason enough. Everybody wants a friend, and here you have one that you're in the house with, sleep in the same bed with, and you just get to vibe. Number 2, the number 2 reason to get married is guilt-free sex. I mean, let's just be real here. Many of us, this is just a natural human urge. We talk about things clearly. I'm a whole physician, and we cannot deny the fact that once you get through puberty and into puberty and past puberty, you start having these biological urges to be sexually active. And if you're a Christian, you do feel, you also understand that you just can't be giving your body to any person out there like that, because your body is sacred, is the temple of God. You're putting it at risk for many things. And sex is not just like running to the mall or going to the grocery store like other people treat it. It's not that way. There's a deep connection that occurs, and you fully understand that as Christian. And, so you have these biological urges, and you know that you just can't be like sharing your body with any person like that. You get married, bam, you can share your body with this person all the time, and you don't have to worry about those kind of things, because sex in the confines of marriage is holy and acceptable unto God. And, this is it. And I'm not saying just get out there and get married to any person just because you want to have sex. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. Don't misinterpret it, what I'm saying. It is still important to choose a husband, to choose a wife that you're compatible with, that understands the permanence of marriage, that you all share common values. You're not unequally yoked, is what the Bible says. And to break that down in common English, you not over there and they over here. There's some similarities there to provide a great foundation. You all have same ideas about raising children, same ideas on religion. These are the things that's going to provide a successful marriage. And not what Disney talks about, because Disney and Hollywood, they got you messed up. Disney and Hollywood has totally got your brain all messed up and screwed up about what marriage is supposed to be, and that is just a conversation for another day. You're gonna have to do some anti-brainwashing to get over some of the messaging that they have put you through about what marriage is all about. Number 2, however, is guilt-free sex. All right. Third reason to get married is to follow the model that God has set up. In the very beginning of the first marriage of Adam and Eve, where Adam was just kind of roaming through the garden by himself, naming animals, seeing that everybody had a bestie, a built-in bestie, and he didn't have one. He's just like, what's up? What about me? And God really told, it's not good for man to be alone. And he put him to sleep, and he took a rib and formed a woman, named her Eve, and they were the first marriage. God has set it up for a man and a woman to be a couple, to be married, to be fruitful and multiply. And it's just a beautiful thing. When you really look at it at its core, this is something beautiful. It's a relationship that words sometimes can't even embrace and can't even explain, how two people can truly become one. You see that, how devastating divorce is. Even like if you're dating somebody and you break up, it's devastating. Y'all not even married. Y'all don't got no kids. Y'all ain't really made no commitment to the Lord and the judge and nobody, nothing like that. And you break it up and you lost your mind, because these connections between a man and a woman is just, there's a deep spiritual thing that happens. There's hormones that are exchanged that connect you in ways that you don't even know about. God has put this thing together, and that is why these relationships are so powerful. And it's just an opportunity being married for you to follow this model that God has put together. Number 4. No endless loop of dating. You date, you break up to make up. You're breaking up. You're going on the dating apps. You're finding somebody else, and then it didn't work out. And then there's somebody at church, got somebody that want to set you up. Somebody's friend said they knew this person at work, and they want to set you up. And then you go out with them, and it's just this endless loop of nothingness. You meet this person, but they're not quite right, and endless blah, 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 blah. Just this endless loop of nonsensical dating that leads to nowhere. Date with a purpose to get married, and it makes it so much easier. And once you get married, you don't have to worry about all that. You don't have to worry about it at all. Bam, you're set. You're done. You're straight. Then number 5. It matures you as a person. There are decisions that you have to make as a married person that you just don't have to make when you're single. You have to be able to communicate how you feel to another person. You have to be able to listen and understand what the other person is saying. If you're really working this marriage thing correctly, it takes your communication skills to the next level. If you're really working marriage how it's supposed to be, it just naturally would improve you and mature you as a person. Bottom line, if you're doing it the right way. If you're not doing it the Disney way, if you're not doing it the Hollywood way, I promise you'll be better off. My husband and I, we have been married 20 years. This November will be 20 years. And it's just like any relationship, we grow. I mean, there have been times where we just have a difficult time. And every time we make it through this difficult time, because we are both understand that we are 100% committed to being married forever. Being divorced is not on the table at all, period. And because of that commitment, when we hit a hard spot and we negotiate and work our way through it, our marriage ends up better each time. So you hit a hard spot, because you're dealing with two human beings. It's gonna happen. You're not the same person. You're gonna run into you're going to not bump heads sometimes. That's just how it is. But every time we run into a hard spot, we make it through it, it gets better. Run into another hard spot, and it gets better. It matures you as a person. If you want to be a very mature human being, get married. And next week, we're going to talk about having children. You want to be a mature human being, get married and have children. It's going to turn you into your best self. Number 6, it makes you become less selfish. You cannot be married and just be thinking about yourself all the time. It's just not going to work. And selfishness is the source of so many things that just makes your life so difficult. Do you hear me? If you whittle everything back and peel everything back, a lot of problems, a lot of things that we're going through, the stress, the anxiety, all of these things really can be boiled down to a very selfish nature. Being married strips a lot of that selfishness away from you. Number 7, it brings you closer to God. It really is. Marriage is a spiritual experience, and if you work it correctly, if both people are praying for each other, and you're as a wife, you're praying for your husband's health and it spiritually, physically, mentally, all of that, and your husband is praying for you as his wife, spiritually, mentally, physically, and you all put God in the center of it. It's just a spiritual journey that you just cannot explain it. And it just grows you as a spiritual person and helps you get closer to God. There are even places in the Bible where the relationship between God and his church is compared to that of a bridegroom and a bride. This is a special relationship. Do not let Hollywood, do not let social media, do not let these people that are bitter or probably just following the trends that are happening to humans, how they've just really corrupted something so beautiful as marriage. And they're putting these ideas out there that marriage is not a good thing. It's not worth it. It's old. It's archaic. Do not follow these people. They want you to not experience true happiness. They really do. I mean, I don't know why they're against you like that, because half of them married themselves, or at least they've tried it several times. They keep doing it. So there's something about it that draws them. They just don't want you to have it. I'm telling you, don't. I'm going to make a whole video. I am going to make something about this, because it doesn't make sense how there's so much out there talking about telling young people, don't get married, don't get married, don't get married. It always ends in divorce, all of that. It's trying to steal your happiness. It's something that God has set forth for you to make you happy, to give you joy while you're here on this planet Earth. And then you have these lovely people that are trying to take this wonderful blessing away from you. Okay, guys, that's it. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you feel about marriage? Which one of the reasons for getting married do you think are your favorite? I listed 7. Tell me some more that you can think about in the comment section. And I know most of y'all are not quite there in your life yet, but hey, at some point you'll get there, and I want you to fully be able to embrace the idea of getting married. Now, let me throw out there one thing. There are, in certain cases, that you don't have to get married. Now, if you plan to commit your life to the service of God, and you're just like, being married, because it's a responsibility. Being married takes away some energies and time, and you really want to commit your entire life to the service of God, that is a whole different thing. But if you want to be out there, hoeing and showing, then that is not the better alternative. Okay. All right. Let me see what we got going on in the comments.